and this is the Magic Crafter's world. The theme here is magic and mountains, lots of them. Basically at any time we're at the top of a very high mountain cliff, and it's also very blue. Speaking of blue, we've got our first egg thief of the new world. He'll run around, and if we get comically screwed up somehow, he will jump to the top of this ledge and mock us incessantly. So the only solution is fire a grenade at him. We get far enough away and he'll jump down like a fool and run away. These guys here are armored druids, and despite the fact they have a beard, I always assumed these guys were females. I never noticed the fact they had a massive beard on them. I guess I assumed that because their armor looks like a dress, because it's in the shape of a dress. But either they're bearded ladies, which makes sense in the magic world, or feminine males. Sock.
Welcome to Magic Crafters. I want you to release the dragons, reclaim our treasure, and recover the eggs from those pesky blue thieves.
Alrighty then. If I could roll my R's, that probably would have worked better, but I can't. The armored druids are armored versions of these guys, aptly druids. They can't actually attack us. They just change the terrain into their advantage, / our slight annoyance. We can't kill him if he's up there. So we run far enough away, and we can charge him before he can release his magic up. I guess because the armored druids are wearing armor, they can't access their magic for some reason. They can also be flamed, they're small enemies. But if you have a fan around, you can use it as a homing missile to break them on the other side of their magic. I think you were supposed to do that. They intended for that to happen, but if you didn't, you could always just run around the thing. Because I never knew the trick. You couldn't use it as a homing device if you didn't know about it. They never tell you. And it doesn't always work if you don't know exactly how to work it, which I don't. And you saw... Okay. And you saw how that druid was protecting the armored druid. In this world, we'll see a lot of it. The enemy types, different enemy types are interacting with each other a lot more. We see it basically right off the bat. In this level, the Alpine Ridge, which has pretty funky music. I'm gonna kill myself. Or Spyro. Well, because I want to get sparks back, because it makes gem collecting not a pain. These big yellow guys are beasts, and as you can see, they're quite ferocious. They'll either try to swat you with their palms, or slap you... wait, that's the same thing. Or slam you with their underbellies. And you can flame them. And because the druids can't actually hurt us, they start using the terrain in slightly annoying, slightly dangerous ways like this. Of course, it's no problem at all, because it's not moving very fast. And here we have an armored druid riding on the back of a beast. A lot of good it did it. Ugh! And it's become less of attacks and more of platforming? More of an inconvenience. And we finally get to see that animation, which is what I was going for there. It's Spyro. No, he doesn't do it all the time, but sometimes he curls into a little ball if he's on a slope that's too steep for him. There we go. And they never kept that for any other Spyro game. If I can time this any better, that'd be great. And the terrain from the wizards will not freeze in place after they die. It'll revert to its natural state, which is normally the best scenario for Spyro. And it's about this time that the ledge gets caught on us. The level splits up into two paths. I guess there's some type of yoga session going on over there. But here we have a druid and an elder wizard battling it out. But because their attacks are non-lethal to each other, they're just stuck in this looping animation of magic particles being sent back and forth. But we can't actually glide over there because of the whole challenge. And we have to go this way. But first, the checkpoint, because I'm going to need it. Inaz.
Spyro, you're not afraid of those big, noisy, gigantic, awful beasts, are you?
Of course not.
I didn't think so.
Well, if he's not, I am, because this is the point where big enemies like that swat you rather than squish you, they'll take more than one damage away if they knock you off your cliff to your death. Here we have a timing challenge that was hard enough when we actually could glide, but because we can't, we have to time this pretty much perfectly. As soon as it has been up for long enough, we have to charge, and then didn't leave it up long enough. Let's try that again. I've only got 7 more chances at anything before I have to start all over again, because I haven't saved yet. There we go. And a lot of good it did me, because this is actually as far as I can go. You can't reach this platform out there without gliding. And over to our left we have some fireworks, and over to the right, nothing else. A little waterfall maybe, but none of that does us any good if we can't actually reach it. Just so I'm not lying, cannot reach it. So that's everything out of the Alpine Ridge. We missed 3 dragons and about 350 gems. So Alpine Ridge, not a friend of ours. Back on the home world, we've got more simultaneous sound effects, and what's that I hear? An egg thief mocking me. But I'm actually going to hold off on him for just a quick bit, because I have an old friend of mine that I wish to contend with. Yeah, I like to dive bomb them right in the face. Speaking of... but insults. I guess we're gonna hold off on that as well. See what's up at the top of this ramp. Other than high caves, we've got Rotnaz.
When you see arrows like these, you can charge along with them to begin a supercharge.
Supercharge? Excellent.
Go ahead, try it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, anytime you see arrows going in a ramp, you can just charge down them and you go a lot faster and also a lot stronger. More than enough speed to take out any dragon egg thief that moves. And we can show off a lot more supercharging in the high caves. Again, high, mountainous, peaky type area, which starts off with a split path right off the bat. Over there we've got what looks like a lot of mayhem, so I'm actually going to take over this way. What we've got here is a large creature that is completely encased in metal armor, which is indestructible in every single way, so I'm actually going to take this route. These large blue guys with the pimp hats are elder wizards. They shoot purple triangles of magic at you, like that. And they are at war with the tornado wizards, who they shoot burgers at you. No, they shoot tornadoes at you. They're also bearded. Every wizard and druid in this game has a beard. And the tornadoes sort of home in on you if you don't dodge them quick enough. But they're really not a problem, because up this slope they give you little tabs to hide away from tornadoes. But if you charge, you really shouldn't have any problem just avoiding them like that. And we finally can restore our health and get the first dragon, Suryik.
Please do something about these green druids. They insist on moving everything in sight.
Not a really big fan of the models for the Magic Crafters world. They're kind of washed out. Up here, we've got some hidden gems that are actually in a different spot. Normally, they just hide them behind something that you normally are placed facing forward in front of. But over here, they actually hid it on a rooftop. And I think I've built up enough courages to brave the cave of bugs. That's what these guys are. They're just bugs. Because they've got gems and stalagmites and stalagmites. I'll have to remember some type of mnemonic device. Wait a second. That gem likes to hide from you. Mnemonic device to remember which one's which. Can't wait for the comments on that one. Third bug trying to snipe us out. If you haven't realized, the only plan of attack here is to run away from the bugs. They are indestructible in every way. Zaja!
I hate those bugs. When I become big and strong, like you, I'll squash them all.
Until then, remember that supercharge makes you invincible.
Their creepy, giant, full-eyed pupils is also not a good thing. Goat, interrupting my speech. Well, if we could first find a supercharge, we'd be in business. And this is the level where they want to teach you all about supercharging. So let's teach them a thing or two about supercharging. So if we supercharge down this ramp, pull a sharp Louie, hit every single bug, and avoid flying off of a ledge so that we lose our supercharge immediately. It's very finicky about stuff like that. And we keep jumping so that we stay on target. We can actually hit both of these druids and make it across that huge gap. And that would have been much harder to do without the supercharge, so I'm glad I made that. Look how blue that water is. Okay, and it actually pours us out right back into the same area as the supercharge ramp, which I hope you guys fancy, because we're going to get acquainted with that over the next 5 or so minutes. That's what the rest of the level consists of. Going from this spot, down the ramp, hitting this ramp, and flying somewhere special to all these other caves, which are very high in the air. This one was pretty boring. It only contained gems and sort of a loop around. That ramp plus supercharge does not actually get us far enough to reach this platform over there. So if we can maybe try a good jump from here, we can... No. But we can't actually die in this pit. This pit alone. Everything else we can fall off and die. Because these helpful... What I always thought was kind of overweight fairies, we'll see it again. Just, they'll save us and drop us back to the top of the supercharge ramp. So that little maneuver is the only way to reach over here without gliding. And what are our rewards for reaching this slightly inconveniencing area? Thief, 3 fans, precarious perch of water that is very deadly. Instead of chasing him around there like a fool, we're going to use these fans here. And I don't know if that would count as sniping him, or more of a mortar fire. And I also doubled up one of the fires to hit 2 of the same box, or 2 different boxes. Get a good look at these things. Do you vote somewhere? Do you think these fairies could stand to drop 10 or 15 pounds? Like all women, am I right, fellas? Okay. And the other cave we haven't reached yet is this one. It's got 1, 2 purple gems and a dragon, so it is clearly the best of all the caves. It's also got the return home portal, so it's maybe not that great. Sir Deck.
Try combining supercharge with jumping and gliding, and really explore the high caves.
Gonna have to shoot you a no on that one. Oh, I also like the fact they drop us off the the top of the supercharge ramp because it saves me the leg walk. Or leg work. Let's see what we've got over and to the right. We got fireworks. I'm glad I hit at least one to demonstrate that you are invincible during the supercharge. You can break through pretty much anything and don't have to sit there and flame fireworks and dodge the fire of the fireworks. These things are too far away to be reached. So hopefully our good friend the Supercharge will help us out with this little predicament. If we pull all the way over to the left and then wait a little bit and then jump around, we're going to have to do a second time. Maybe I can explain it better that time. What we're going to do is we're going to do a wide turn, go over to the left, then back to the right, and then hit that sort of rail guard, jump around, and then reach back over here. And I sort of nicked the thief, but that was enough to mortally wound him, which is good because that means I don't have to spend 30 seconds chasing him around this cave, and I can just run through at full speed at my leisure to collect all the remaining gems. Oh, how relaxing. And there's the matter of getting to the other one, which is easier said than done. Maybe easier done than I said it was easier said than done. Of course, loop back up to the ferries here, give us a little ride in style. Back up to the top, because we've got one more supercharge to take care of. This one's going to take a really wide turn. There we go. Whoa, okay. A little unruly there, because I didn't want to have to spring both of those spring chests myself. But you might notice we're not actually done collecting all of the things in this level. We've still got some gems left. That's because there are some steps right here. More bugs. Can't supercharge up these steps, but the bugs are still there, and they give us gems, so we know that they're killable in some way. There's also a druid here who I know is ready to do that and screw us over and get us stuck in bug country, but I don't want to be left in bug country, so this bug's got his eye on me. Let's try and go around the stalactite and go back over here to the hidden druid who they screwed us over with almost. Deadly bug. Hopefully there's another supercharge ramp at the top of this place. Well, hello there. Spyro is not red with just embarrassment. He's got the power of a fairy's kiss, which gives him super flame. It's so incredibly hot, it will actually work underwater and kill anything that moves. But it does not make us invincible. That's everything we've got in this level. There's the proof. And here's my animation out of the place.